Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. Hi, Danny Tuami and Carissa Shedrack. Even to you both. If Garcia has to leave, then be on loan. He has the future. No, he can't leave. Carissa, he's only got 1 year left on his contract. He's going and he's not coming back. Let's just move that a little bit. He's going. It looks like we're going to sell him to Barcelona. Barcelona are the ones who have been tapping him up. So hi guys, hi everybody. Obviously Eric Garcia is the main topic of conversation. You know, it's one of those things, it is a bit unsettling, I think, just before the Champions League game tomorrow. Hi Chris, hope you're well, buddy. So it is unsettling that Eric Garcia is going to leave, but you can't blame him. I don't blame him at all. He's got no affinity to Man City. He's got no affiliation to Man City. Like most footballers, it's a job. It's a well-paid, fun job for them. And you know, if you look back, he's in his last year of his contract. He's not signing a new contract. Okay, it looks like he's been tapped up by Barcelona for a little while. Pardo Oaks, hi, Aaron, Cobby, and Cam. I disappeared. I think it just flicked back. Even Nikram. So yeah, look, Eric Garcia's got no affinity to Man City, no affiliation. Hi, Mark and Aaron. The thing is, as I said, you know, it looks like it's been a few months ago. I suspect that you know, City. I don't doubt City have been trying to get him to sign a new contract for many, many months. I wouldn't be surprised if they've been trying to get him to sign a contract for over 6 months, because they know he's coming towards the last year of his contract. They don't want it to get into the last year, because by the looks of things, we're going to sell him, like I said on my earlier stream, for about 20 million quid. That's the number that's coming out. That's what City said. They want about 23 million euros, shared over 20 million quid, basically. And they said if they don't get it, they'll make him wait for next season. So next season, I mean, obviously the kid's going to be a little bit concerned, because that means he won't be playing. Hi, Chiff. Danny, look, there are times when he looked brilliant, and there are times when he needed a little bit of pace, or he needed, you know, he wasn't sure. And I think teams were picking on him. They were targeting him. But the thing is, he's 19 years old. Yeah. And what I saw from him, he has, for 19 years old, he did pretty well. He's played 20 games for City, not just any old bits and pieces. He's played 13 league games, 1 Champions League, and 6 Carabao Cup games. So he's played at a decent, you know, standard, and he's been our main partner to Laporte since the restart. So, you know, I think part of that reason as well. Hi, Faris. Part of that reason is to try and persuade him to stay as well. But I think it's come too late. I think he's had his head turned before he's played enough for City. Now, I said in my earlier stream, also one of my videos earlier today about Garcia, I think if he'd played 20-odd games for City, 25 league games this season, I don't think this would have been easy. I don't think it'd have been too easy for Barcelona to prize him away. And I think there's a good chance he'd sign a contract. If he's getting 40 grand from City, don't doubt that Barcelona will pay him a lot more than that. I'd be surprised if it's not 60 to 80 grand. And also, there's going to be a lot of money involved. There's going to be a lot of money involved. There's going to be signing on bonus. Now, that might be 10 or 20 million quid for all we know. You know, can you imagine? The money starts to make a difference as well. If they say, we'll give you 10 million quid to sign on and we'll pay you 60 grand a week. And he's thinking, I'm getting an extra million quid a year and a 10 million pound signing on bonus. Sometimes it's money talks. I don't know. You haven't missed out yet, Adam. Olivia, we're just talking about Garcia. So, look, as I said, he's from Barcelona. He's a Barcelona fan. He trained at La Masia till he was 16. I'm surprised he left when he was 16. But I can see more and more players doing that. Coming to Manchester City, developing a lot, learning a lot, mean, you got Pep. I mean, he's been learning under Pep as well, developing at City and then disappearing back to where they possibly came from. You know, we've seen many players leave. We'll see many more leave. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Jadon Braff leaves. Maybe not this summer, but next summer we'll have a problem with him. We saw Jadon Sancho leave. We saw Robbie Matondo leave. We saw Brahim Diaz leave. You know, and it's only going to be players who are dedicated to Manchester City. Yeah, dedicated, who are City fans like Phil Foden, who are going to hang around, like hopefully Tommy Doyle, Taylor Howard-Bellis, Cole Palmer. But if you're not a City fan, then it's, you know, if you're not a City fan, then players will come and go. Carl Buxton, Ottoman Laporte tomorrow, please. Well, the thing is, Carl, in the last game, the last Premier League game against Norwich, Pep played half, I think if I'm right, half with Fernandinho, half with Garcia. So to me, it was like he was thinking between the two, who's going to play. On the right wing, he had Foden, one half, Mahrez, another half. So it's like he's thinking, who do I play there? It kind of smacks you in the face for me. Adam, yeah, we're upset. I mean, you want these kids to come through, but I think, you know, you can't begrudge him. Chris Welch says, always gets to any Spanish lad who are playing for English clubs. They love Barcelona, Real Madrid. And the thing is, he hadn't played for City enough. He hadn't played enough. As I said, 20-25 league games this season. Maybe he makes a decision earlier to stay at City. Hello, Sue Yassine Kadoui. What are my thoughts on the Silver Guard of Honor tomorrow? What by the fans? As long as they behave, you know, we've got to have some sort of send off. You know, it's going to be David Silva's last game at a competitive game in Manchester, unless if rumours are true that he's going to Lazio ever come to Manchester to play City. So it's going to be his last competitive home game. And so, as I've said, I just hope the fans behave. You know, no antisocial behaviour, no crowding. They will get dispersed by the police if there's, I think, more than 30. If they're too crowded, the police will ask them to spread out. Okay, so it's one of those things. We don't know how many people are going to turn up. Is it going to be 100 turn up or 5,000? We have no idea. So I just thought, however many, I hope it's not too few. I hope it's not like 50 people turn up, because that's going to look pretty bad. And I hope if we do have a lot of people, they behave, take their rubbish home, and don't do anything like we've seen some, you know, fans around the country do. You know, I just hope they behave and they don't bring the club into disrepute. Or the other fans into disrepute, because we don't want other fan bases slagging us off. We don't need that. For, you know, when 99.9% of the City fans won't be there. Ikram thinks Garcia will play. Hi, Adam. Garcia's young, small, young and inexperienced, Farid says. Yep, give us some likes, guys. Get those likes up quick today. We know who's in the house. Abdallah, I'm all right, buddy. I've been busy today because by Pet's press conference and obviously the news that Garcia won't sign his contract, that deserved a video on its own. And then this is my third one of the day. Garcia started more than Otamendi, Fernandinho, Stone since lockdown. It makes sense, and I think Pep will play him. Otamendi always played well against Real in La Liga, and he'll be up for it tomorrow. If he plays well, it might get him a move to Betis. Hi, Man City 125 years. Mazar, hi to you. What's my starting 11 tomorrow, Mazar? Okay. Edison, Walker, Fernandinho, Laporte, Cancelo, Gundogan, Rodri, KDB, Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus, Raheem Sterling. How about that? For the first time in a long time, we will be able to hear the Champions League anthem. I wish we didn't. Ikram, I think we should promise Tosin if Garcia. Well, my worry for Tosin is that City didn't want him. Yeah, we had that chance after he finished that decent season last season at West Brom. We sent him out on loan again. Now, I don't know the reason for that. We didn't want him back at City. Now, could we say he's not going to play enough because we've got Garcia coming through, got Otamendi, and we know we were going to use Fernandinho, and we've got Laporte, and we've got Stones. So maybe I can see why they didn't get Tosin. But If we don't get another defender, then I think Torsten either comes or one of Stones and Garcia. Stones or Otamendi stay. Prediction versus Real 2-1 City. I feel like Pep trusted Garcia and Garcia let him down. There's a bit of that, Faris. We don't know if he's been playing so much simply because we're trying to convince him to stay. We're trying to convince him to stay. Maybe that's the situation. I don't know. And that's why he's played a lot of games. I had games. It's interesting. It's a bit of a coincidence that when Cancelo was complaining about game time, he got some games. When Otamendi was unhappy, he got a few games. And it may be that these games partly were trying to get him to stay. Yeah, don't worry, Chris. I'm not bothered about him. I'm all right, man. Oh, I've probably done this one before. I'm all right, Man City 125. Adam, 2 transfers down. Hopefully, we can complete our other transfers. Yeah, we won't hear any more till at least next week. And no one else is bubbling. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was thinking, yes, we're getting Ake. Yes, we're getting Koulibaly. We're getting Ferran Torres. And I did it back in. I think my video came out on the 25th of July, and I shot the video a day or two before the 25th of July. I would have shot it, I think, on the 23rd or the 22nd. So it's been how many days? It's been 2 weeks. So it's 2 weeks ago. And you felt they were coming. The next one I felt if we can broker the price is Koulibaly. That's the one. After that, I'm not hearing any great noises. Honestly, I'm not hearing great noises for Alaba. I think we're interested at the right price if he'll come. I'm not hearing the great noises for Benassa. I'm not hearing the great noises for Martinez, Husam or anybody else. It's all gone pretty quiet. Hi, Mark Bell. Do you think Garcia will play against Real Madrid? I don't know, honestly, Mark. I don't know. I don't know if Pep's going to be in a huff about it and drop him to the bench, or he's going to pick Fernandinho anyway. Because remember that Norwich game, Fernandinho played half, Garcia played half, so it could be he's deciding between the two. Felix is the best Aguero replacement. Another one from Atletico, can't wait. Well, Carissa, that just seems like it's not going to happen. It just seems like one outlet's picked it up and it's not got past, doing the round. So I'm not so sure. Ikram, you see, when I looked at it a while ago, I would have had David Silva in my starting 11. I would. But I'm trying to think, what's Pep going to do? Is Pep going to go with 2 DMs? And if you go with 2 DMs, how do you get Silva in the side? Unless you don't play Gabriel Jesus. We could go, here's a thought, we could go with 2 DMs, Silva and KDB, and only 2 up front, which would be Sterling and Mahrez. And Silva could be, we could play with a false 9. I'm not so sure. But, Pep could do anything. Let's expect the unexpected. It's going to be a tough call either way. I think he'll play the same team he played against Liverpool except Garcia. It's a tough call, Ikram says Faris. Carl, Buxton and Mendy. Mendy's suspended. City play counter-attacking football like they did against Liverpool and hold the defence well, they will go through. Yeah, but Mazza, I don't think City will do that, and I don't want City just to play counter-attacking. I want us to, play sensible. That's why I want 2 defensive midfielders. One stays back all the time to cover that middle of the park, and then the other one can go forwards if required. But I want, but I still want an attacking element, and that's where KDB comes in. That's where Sterling comes in and Mahrez, and people can hopefully hold the ball, take people on, and score goals. Faris, look, I suspect he's already told them. We've had almost 2 weeks since the last game. I think we knew before the last game what Garcia's intentions were. I've not heard that City wanting 30 million, Ikram. I think the number I saw today was 23 million euros, which is about, let's call it 20 million quid. I'd be shocked if Zinchenko starts Faris. But this is Pep. Sometimes you want a little bit of a surprise. City should buy 2 centre-backs, 1 experience and 1 with Ake. Well, we've got Ake. I still want that Koulibaly, and I'll mention it every time we come on. Hi, Franklin. Hope you're well, buddy. Oh, this is an old one. It's an old one. It doesn't really fit me anymore, I don't think. It's great when you got some muscles, but right now I'm just a lard bucket. If Zinchenko starts, I'm getting a plane to the Etihad and going to invite. My starting 11 prediction says Man City 125 years. Laporte, Cancelo, Walker, Garcia, Laporte, Sterling, Mahrez, Jesus, KDB, Rodri, Edison. Trying to work that out. So you're going to have Edison, do it the right to left. Edison, Walker, Laporte, Garcia, Cancelo. In front of them, you're going to have Rodri, KDB. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought so, Man City 125. You only got 10 players. Come back when you've got 11. I'll give some thumbs up, guys. Is Hazard available? I think he is. I'm not sure how fit he is. Bale isn't. Yeah, he's finished there, but he might still stay for 2 years and get paid. 5 at the back, 2 wing backs. I'm not sure, Pep. We've not done that. I mean, look, I want something different, though. I want something different. And if Pep thinks that's a strategy, he could go for it. Hello, Walshy. Bobby says, I don't want to see Otamendi in the lineup, seriously. Same with the first leg, says Faris. If Gabby plays, I'd like it in the first leg. He has to play. Ikram, I'm sorry, but I don't want 2 centre defensive midfielders. Why be conservative? Just try to score goals and win this game. Of course, Real will pose a threat, but if we score 3 goals minimum, we'll... Oh, yeah, look, I agree, Ikram. But what I don't want to do is give them... I don't want to park the bus. I'm not saying park the bus. I'm saying playing with 2 DMs where one doesn't move. One stays in... you have Rodri there, doesn't move. Okay, and you let Gundogan go up and down, but Rodri stays where he is. And you've got your attacking threat in KDB, in Sterling, and Jesus and Mahrez. Do you think we'll get a replacement for Silva, Franklin? Seriously, I'm not so sure. If you think about it, we've got Foden, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva. I think Pep will make do with them. Hi, Sean. Hope you're well, buddy. Man City 125. I think Pep will play Garcia and Laporte. How can he keep faith with Otamendi and Stones? I keep watching him from the stand tomorrow night. I've got to ask you this question, Man City 125. Who played in the game against Real Madrid in the first leg? Do you think Napoli will lower their price tag if they get kicked out of the Champions League? I didn't think they were in there, Adam. I thought they'd failed to qualify. But look, if Koulibaly wants to go, I think we'll get down to about. I'm hoping in 70 odd million euros. Don't worry about it, Olivier. They've some sad people of haters. They've been on the case today because they've been embarrassed. They've been shamed. They've been shamed, and this is how they respond. Ikram, I thought about it, but Pep's picking Rodri above Fernandinho, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, come on, behave, Adam. Mi place la pizza, Massimo. Don't understand that. Hassan Malik. Hey, Hassan, I don't think we've seen you for ages. Hope you're well. My score prediction is 2-1 City. Gabby J. Like if we play like we did in the first leg, Matt, we'll be sound as anything. Anyway, so that's Garcia. That's a bit of the on hi Paul Blue Aces. Hope you're well, buddy. Sergio Aguero. Now Pep was asked about Sergio and would he be available for the Champions League after the Madrid game, and Pep said he's still in Barcelona. So Aguero is still in Barcelona. He's not here, and honestly, I can't see it. I'm struggling to even see, the best case scenario would be him to be on the bench if we got to the final. Got to remember, we're on the 6th of August. Okay, today. The final actually is in 2.5 weeks' time. So is it Sunday night, 23rd of August? So basically, you got just over two weeks and 2 days, 2 weeks and 3 days. Now, if Aguero is in Barcelona, unless he's in a almost ready to come back and he's done all his fitness and his rehab on his own, and then he's ready to come back. Well, he's not. I can't see him coming back unless he gets an exemption from quarantine. Unless he gets an exemption from quarantine, maybe he has to go to Lisbon, and I think that's actually what would happen. Aguero would not come back to Manchester unless he got an exemption. So it could be that Aguero goes straight to Lisbon, and if we get through against Real Madrid, the team will go possibly early middle of next week to Lisbon, and Aguero would, if he's going to start training with them, meet them there. But honestly, is 2 weeks enough? Is 2 weeks enough to get someone fit? Forget about match fit. Can you get? Has Aguero been playing with the ball? We haven't seen anything, and so my feeling is I can't see him playing in the Champions League this season. I just can't see it. Maybe we'd put him on the bench to scare the opposition, but I don't see it. Cobby, seriously, I don't want to see Otamendi tomorrow in the starting lineup. I'm confident, Hassan Malik says, I'm confident about Real Madrid, but I'm annoyed about Garcia. I want him to say, yeah, me too. But as we said, kids will come, kids will go, and most of the kids that come through will go. Ikram's putting the bullet down to Faris asking if Stones not Otamendi over Garcia. Has outperformed them since lockdown. Man City 125. Trust me, I can't even play in my Veterans League football anymore. I'm just way out of shape in the last 6 months. I think Aguero will fly from Barcelona to Lisbon if we go through. I feel he could participate. How? I've got to ask you, Ikram. Okay, if we get to the semi-finals, when would the semi-finals be? So if we get through this game, okay, is the next game the weekend after, about the 13th or whatever? I don't know. Okay, how can he play in the semi-final, which has to be at least 4 days before the final? So that we're talking, I don't, forgive me for not checking the dates, but we're looking at the 18th or 19th. How can Sergio Aguero be fit in 12 days' time? Not just fit, match fit. He's not been playing with the lads. We don't know his status. I just can't see it. I just cannot see it unless they're not telling us something. Where's Mangala when you need him out there and there? Adam, 2 weeks isn't enough. Give the youngsters a chance to leave. If we don't, they will leave. Yeah, absolutely, out of cash. But it depends. That's why I said, if you watch my video on Eric Garcia that I did earlier, that's one of the things I said. We need to be giving more of our local lads a chance. More of our local lads, okay? Because they're not going to leave. Look at Foden. Foden's not going to leave. He's going to have to be kicked out the door if we ever wanted to get rid of him. Same with Tel Howard-Bellis, same with Tommy Doyle, and I think the same with Cole Palmer and any other Manchester City supporting kid that we've got on our books. They do not want to go. So if they're on the edge, they'll stay. Yeah? Matondo, he knew he wasn't going to get a game. He went. He came from, was it Cardiff? He's a Welsh lad. He's not a City fan, so you can understand that. But Foden is, he'll stick around. Doyle is, he'll stick around. Taylor Howard-Bellis, he'll stick around, and that's what we want. Mangala's at Valencia. All right, Danny. Otamendi play the full 90 against Madrid. Dino and Laporte should start when Dino gets tired, bring on Garcia. That's a way to do it, Mazza. Ramos will be a massive loss, absolutely. But I still would have preferred to get a third goal than have Ramos sent off. Aguero injury puts doubts in City winning Champions League for me. I went for City to win it at the start. But yeah, it's not just Aguero. And I think people put too much faith in Aguero. Too much faith. Is Nemecha, Chris asked about, we've got two Nemechas. We've got Lucas Nemecha, who was at Wolfsburg on loan last season. And Lucas Nemecha, did he go to Sheffield United? I can't remember. Or was that Felix Nemec? I know. I'm just trying to remember. Faseo Delibashiru went to Sheffield Wednesday. And I think one of the Nemechas looks like he's going there. Quarterfinal is next Saturday. And then the semi-final. must be in the midweek, and then the final the week after. It's got to be that if they're finishing on the 23rd, I'm guessing. Man City 125. No, I don't think I could play striker, but you know who was a top striker? So he tells everybody. Am I nervous? Absolutely, Yassine. I'm not as nervous as I was earlier this week, and I'm not as nervous as I was against Arsenal. I just thought against Arsenal we were set up to struggle that game. You know, it just felt wrong, and that I'm picking the best side that we had perversely felt wrong as well, because we didn't pose any any surprise to them. We were, you know, they could read us, and that was bad. You know, that's the game to maybe have started with Foden. Can't see it, Akash. Yep, it's going to test City's defence. Aguero's a big miss for me, although some don't think he's a massive miss. He's a clutch player and can. It's true, but sometimes he does need a lot of chances to score, and sometimes he's a little bit too greedy. But then everybody has their plus points and negatives. You know, Gabby J, he's a little bit offside. Jesus says that's central striker going in the Champions League finals. Nice, it's Aaron. I don't think you approve. Tell Howard Bellis looks reliable, big, very big. That's a guy who I trust, says Faris. I think Aki's signing influenced Eric Garcia's decision. I don't think so, Franklin. I think Eric Garcia has already made his decision. Now, it could have been the thought of us getting Koulibaly because that was rumoured for a while. Maybe that's affected his decision. But this decision hasn't been made in this week. It hasn't been made this week. It's been made before. It's just been released this week because this is the last, first press conference for almost 2 weeks. And there's been a lot of chat about Barcelona. Aguero's a big miss, says Ikram. Not for this game necessarily, but the other 3 games if we play them when the chips are down. Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. Aguero is a big game player, but my feeling is he's not going to be around. So, we mention it, but maybe not focus on it. Go on, Sean. You could play striker. Faris said, I don't want Aguero to end up like Kane last year on the final. He started because he's Kane, not because of his performance. Absolutely. Lucas not start. I think Lucas, he played really well, Lucas. He got them through to there. Edison to play midfield, I don't think so. Man City 125. Wassa, how you doing, buddy? We're going to win the Champions League, says Wassa. He's fully confident. Shark team will gobble up anyone that comes in our way. We need this kind of Mendy energy. With City, we'll find out if we're going to win in the first 5 minutes. Sounds reasonable, right? Yassine, Hassan Malik being nervous, he's just part of being a City fan. It's bad being any fan whatsoever. Aguero is better than Kane, though. Yeah. Aaron, I'd be nervous because we have produced some right stinkers this season and we've always tend to overthink. Absolutely, Aaron, I've got to agree. By the way, I've not come for a long time because I was getting over Liverpool winning. Oh, come on, Hassan Malik. I got over that. I knew Liverpool going to... I said... When Liverpool rate points clear, I expected them to win the league. That's a long, long time ago. We just didn't look at it, and they looked on fire. I can say I was a bit early to say that, but I was proven right. I live in the US, says Franklin, so I haven't seen Delap play. How do you receive it? I have not watched anything of Delap. I might have seen bits and pieces of kids' games, but I've not seen enough. Apparently, he is rated highly, but a lot of players are rated highly. It doesn't mean they're going to come through. So sadly, I can't comment. I just haven't got time. Someone asked me that earlier today about doing more of the EDS. And I said, last season we were doing the women's side and the men's side. Now, the men play about 60 games a season. And the women's are playing about, let's say, 30. That's a lot of games. And obviously, I don't go to all the women's games because a lot of them clash. But, I must have gone to half a dozen last season. I'm just trying to remember. I went to the Manchester Derby at Etihad Stadium. I went to the Cup game against Man United away. I'm trying to remember now. I went to Champions League game against... I can't remember now the Champions League game. Went to Champions League game with my lad. I remember him getting a picture with Demi Stokes. I went to the Chelsea game where we needed to win that game to win the league, basically. It would have won us the league. There's 4 I can remember. I think there'd been another one. I'm just trying to remember now. Can't remember now. But I went to a lot of games it's this season, and to go to the kids' games as well, it's just too difficult. Imagine Kane at City would easily. I'm not saying 50 a season, Hassan, but I say he'll get 30 league goals if he plays 35 league games easy. Ramos was giving it big guns before the match, says Aaron. I don't think 50, Hassan Malik. You stuffed Leicester, Chris. I thought you were well. As I said, I thought you after 8 games, when you were 8 points clear. When you were 8 points clear, I just said, can't see us catching you. Hi, Kamal. Not seen you for a while, Kamal. Garcia leaves a massive blow. Hopefully, he has a change of heart. I think that's unlikely. It depends. I mean, if we play him in the, if we get all the way to the final, we play him all the way. Maybe he will have a change of heart if we got there. But maybe he will say, "I'll go out on a high." I think I can't see him stay. So if it's buffering, guys, I'll have a look. It's not me now. I know it's the software I use. It's got to be StreamYard, because when I do videos on Zoom, never have a problem. Never have a problem on Zoom. So it might be next year I'll be changing my supplier for these videos. As for the live streaming. What? Maybe tell our best will give a chance if Garcia goes to in a few years. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the prize draw, I was going to do it tonight. I just haven't. Today's been really, really busy because of the news about Garcia. So the prize draw will be some point tomorrow, and I will, because I'll have a little bit more time, and I'll release the winner. I'll release the name of the winner either on the live stream, on the Real Madrid live stream if I do that, or one of the videos during the day. But it'll be out tomorrow because I've got too much on this weekend. Am I the only one who thinks Garcia leaving us in a big blow? From what I've seen, he isn't special. He's short, lacks physicality, and which is very slow. Well, everybody at City really, really wanted him to stay. They've been talking him up, and he's been playing for us, and he's not playing so bad. I agree when people say he won't get much faster. But you've got to. I'll be honest. You can get faster, okay? But I don't know how much the degree is, because if you train as a sprinter, you can get faster. You can get faster if you train to run better, but it's not going to make a huge difference. Yeah, but you can train to run faster if you spend your time focusing, and sometimes it's changing the way you run. Now, I suspect that Garcia has not, and a lot of players don't have this. I don't think they have. They use computer or artificial intelligence to look at a person's physiology, look at the way they run, their mechanics, and footballers anyway, and look out for a more efficient, faster way to run. But it certainly happens in athletics. Honestly, guys, if you learn to run a different way, you can run a little bit faster. Believe me. I mean, I it's been a while now, but when we lived in England, the first time round, I was part of an athletics team, and I wasn't fast, but regular running, regular sprinting, I got faster. And you learn just little things like running on your toes. Running on your toes is a little bit faster. Leaning forwards when you run, that's a little bit. If you lean too much, obviously you fall over. But leaning a little bit forwards when you run, that is a little bit faster. And pumping, there's lots of things you can do. Pumping with your arms, that gets you just. And all these are small margins. Now, I don't know how he's running. I don't know if there's a little bit more he can get. If he's, for instance, if he spent the summer doing sprint training, would that make him? It wouldn't make him massively faster, but it'd make him a little bit. And sometimes small margins is what I said. If you can find 3 or 4 little areas where you can improve, if you can, for instance, lifting your knees higher, driving through when you're sprinting, that will get you that'll get you a slight little bit faster. And as I said, leaning forwards, that gets you a little bit faster. You can't run fast with leaning back. You've got to be leaning forwards a little bit. Little things. And you never know. 4 or 5 little things, they add up to make a bigger thing. It can make a big difference. So, but I don't know. Let's have a look. Busy day. Oh, yeah, today's 3 videos today. Tons of content. And every time I come on to a live show, I'm going to get off early tonight because when I came on earlier on today, I thought I'd be on for 20, 30 minutes maximum. I was on for over an hour. It just keeps going. I think we'll get about 20 million. I can't see him playing Rodri at centre. It might be if he's an order with Garcia. What's coming up this weekend after Madrid, Ikram? Saturday, I'm doing a live stream, hopefully, with Waleed Hope from Algeria. He runs a YouTube channel there. He's got about 110,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm working with Waleed 6 weeks ago, around restart, maybe a little after restart. And in those days, he had about 90-odd thousand subscribers, and now he's smashed through 100,000. He's on 110,000 subscribers. He got his plaque or his award from YouTube for getting 100,000 subscribers. So I'm going to do something with him on Saturday, and hopefully we'll do. Well, it depends how the Real Madrid game goes. And if we get dumped out and put in another stinker, then I might be doing player ratings on Saturday. I'll have another bolt from the blue that will probably be recorded on Saturday or Sunday. And then I've got another guy in Algeria. I might do something with him. He's got Yamani Smile. He's got about 145,000 subscribers. So yeah, hopefully I'll do some collabs with them. I'm trying to do a collab with a Belgium guy, talking about Belgian football a little bit. And obviously Vincent Kompany's there, Philippe Sandler's there, and KDB's Belgium. And, so just talking about the links and stuff. And we've got a kid over who's going over to Belgium to play, Isaac Bousef. He's going over there. So I want to just talk about the state of what's going on there with the COVID. Now they're going to come back to play football because I think Belgium just stop their season and said that's it. So I just want to, I'm just trying to get more people, and obviously if we get knocked out by Real Madrid, the content's going to be a little bit struggling after that. And obviously if we get through, then the content just keeps going on to the next game. Kamal rates Garcia. He could have grown into a Pep centre-back. Yeah, I still rate him. I still rate him, Kamal. Look, if Barcelona wants him, it's not because he's crap. There must be something about him. And if we wanted him to stay longer and we were desperate for him to stay longer, which I believe we were, then that doesn't mean he's crap. It means he's capable. Carl reckons Garcia would be a great sweeper, not a night-to-night centre-back. That's a good point, Carl. But I don't think that's the kind of game we're going to play. Who's the Vinny Kompany replacement in my opinion, says Yassine? Well, to be honest, if we get Koulibaly, I think that's as good as any. If we can get Koulibaly, he's going to marshal that defense. He's going to be, he'll be the big boss. I don't think anyone's going to mess with him. Hi, Video. Hope you're well. Do a score prediction. I said 2-1 to City. Danny, 2-1 to City. Sane is, I missed that. Sane would have absolutely obliterated Carvajal. You don't. I live in England. Yeah, I live in England. I used to live in France. We spent 8 or 9 years in France, Olivier, near Paris, about 15, 20 minutes from the center of Paris. On a Sunday morning, it took me less than 20 minutes to get to the Eiffel Tower. That's how I used to work it out. 15 minutes. Chris says, I wouldn't be shocked if Barcelona and Juventus got knocked out. I feel they are vulnerable. You can get at them. Leon and Napoli got threatening attack to scare Barcelona and Juventus for me. Look, anything can happen. Leon are 1-0 up in that game, if I remember correctly, against Juve. And Barcelona, look, in their last 11 games in La Liga after the lockdown, they went from a 2-point lead against Real Madrid to finishing 5 points behind. So they got 24 points in 11 games. That's not great. It isn't. That's just over 2 points a game. It's not great. Running while leaning back, says well, so that's Ottoman. Hi, Sonny. Hope you're well. I'm staying safe. Yeah. How about playing with a back three? I can't see him doing it, video. Can't see him doing it. I mean, it's a good idea, and might be. I mean, I want Pep to surprise us. I don't want him to be too defensive enough, but I don't mind him surprising us. Man City 125 is going for 2-1 to City. KDB and Mahrez. I wouldn't complain. Any bids tomorrow before the game, and is there a watch along? Faris, what will be happening tomorrow? Yes, you will get my prediction, in terms of my starting 11 prediction. You'll get the live video for the team news. Those two are gimmies. I'll probably do the watch along as well. I might do a halftime review, a second half watch along, and then a post match. Depends. If we get beat, post match won't be very, very long. If we win, I don't think it'll be very long either. With Garcia leaving, Stones might stay at City and be second choice. Vidya, I don't think Stones can play second choice. He needs to be playing a lot more. Exchange Garcia with Fatty. Yeah, I was going to say, are we talking about Fatih Terim, ex-Turkey manager? Hey, Atos, I think if an Indian turns out fourth centre back, who would be the backup for Rodri? Gundogan, but I don't want Fernandinho to be our fourth. I want him to be our fifth. I'm not. My opinion on Mark. Who's asking me that question about Mark Goldbridge? Sonny, I'm not bothered. You know, he's apparently a Nottingham Forest fan. Saw a way to make money on Man United. And as I said before, you got people who feel the need to make a big drama and a fuss, and that's entertainment. So people watch them because they find them entertaining with that drama. That's up to them. J Viva, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Positivity, I'll be booing from the States. To explain the tactics game. Absolutely, I do too. I think it's gonna be an interesting game, guys. If you're new to the channel, please help us to try and get to 2,500 before the end of August. That's our goal. That's our target. We've done really well since we've come back from lockdown. I've got over 500 subscribers. It's been fantastic. Just want to keep pushing. And obviously, you know, positivity helps me to produce content. So I'll put out as much content as I physically can. Vijay says we need to put some add-ons and sell on Clausen and Garcia deal. I agree. James Double reckon Stones and Ottoman. Are you asking, are they on the way? I thought they were both potentially gone if Garcia stayed, and if Garcia stayed and we got Koulibaly, I expected Stones and Ottoman to both leave. Now that Garcia is going, and we don't know if we're going to get Koulibaly yet, one of them could stay. Both of them could stay. Can you imagine next season going into the season with our centre backs as Ake, Laporte, Stones, and Otamendi and Fernandinho as well? That would be wrong on so many different levels. Chris Wells, Dutch league was null and voided. Yeah, but the Belgium league was just stopped as it was. I think we won. Yeah, I think look, we won the first game. We got 2 away goals, so we should be heavy favourites. Danny Toomey, I'm still sticking with 2-1 for City. Hi GSG, hope you're well. GSG, if you want me to help you with, I can't remember what you want me to help you with, send me an email. I'm quite happy to help. To dedicate you 5 or 10 minutes to answer your questions. Which formation Real Madrid? I have no idea, Vidya. Honestly, like Pepper's been saying a lot, we're focusing on what we can do. Eric Garcia sent on the sign and said, I hope not. Man City 125. I just want it done and dusted. Or whoever to ask that comment, I don't know who it was now. I'm the opposite way. I don't want Pep to surprise us. Thing is, it 100% will. Don't rule out start. That's what I'm saying. I want a little bit. I don't want us to be predictable. Victor says we should extend Torsten's contract and send him out on loan. I don't think so. I don't think Torsten. I don't think that's good for him. He might want to stay at City, but I'm not sure if it's good for him. He's been here since he was like 5 or 6 years old. GSG. I'm nervous because every time we play Champions League at home, we always concede. Looking back, we let 3 in against Monaco. We let 2 in against Liverpool, and we let 2 in against Spurs. Ansu Fati, well, he's not. Hasn't come across my radar. The only Fati I know is from a Bad Manners song. And that was Fatty. Oh, there was Lip Up Fatty as well. I've seen Stones at Arsenal, says Chris. Yeah, look, Stones is a good player. If Arsenal are going to go out spending a shed load on Willian, I don't know. Have they got the money to buy Stones? That's the question. If they're spending a lot of money on Willian, on his, and there's talk somebody else as well, and obviously they're paying also the bomb. Have they got the money to be able to buy Stones as well? Matt Goldbridge is coming. I don't watch much of him. I only see when someone sticks it on Twitter. 2007, you conceded 6 to Monaco, 5. I said, look, if I'm honest, I reckon we will concede. I said after last season, we will concede 3 goals in the Champions League. Now, if we lose 2-0 tomorrow, we concede 3 goals, we're out. We can't afford to do that. I hope we don't get caught on the counter like we did against Arsenal. Yeah, Mike. That's why I say. That's why Pep could go with 3-5-2, as someone's mentioned, or he could go with 2 DMs, as I've mentioned. Next season's centre back should be Laporte and Ake, and Skriniar Stones. I wouldn't say no video. Where is Skriniar? He's not here. He's not here, Haj. Who are you going to watch the game with tomorrow? I'll be on me. On Yasin. We'll do a watch along. Probably do a watch along on the channel. Oh, come on. Manchester is red. How very dare you? Olivia says, I would love to see Foden start. Me too, but I'm not sure he will. Although left back for us, left back is going to be Cancelo. Mendy suspended. Zinchenko didn't play the last couple of games, so why would Pep play him out of the blue unless he's trying to fool Real Madrid? All the centre back, I'm going for Fernandinho, although it could easily be. It could be any of them. It could be Otamendi, it could be Stones, could be Fernandinho. Just don't know. Cheers, Mark. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Garcia leaving open the door for Telehandel. Well, it's absolutely video. That's going to help him come through. There you go, buddy. I always let you people have 1 or 2 comments, but if you're just going to spam us with your comments, you're gone. If Garcia goes not Otamendi, I keep Stones for the squad play. Yeah. Personally, I feel 2016-2009 was our best chance to win the Champions League. Hope the meeting goes well with Koulibaly next week, says Man City 125. Just blue. That fella's gone now. I've blocked him. Ansu Fati is a prospective striker or wing of Barca, so you should go and have a look at him. But to be honest, they won't let him go. This is one of the problems with players. Who's going to let him go? Get ready to wind down now, guys. It's coming up to 10 o'clock. It's coming up to 10 o'clock. I thought I set up Super Chat, but just to check something, but I suspect I didn't. Sit here with 2 computers. One computer is never enough. We all know that, guys, don't we? I'm just going to check something. Just want to check if you guys don't know better than me, but I'm going to check if my Super Chat is working. Whilst we're chatting, I think my son said my Super Chat is not working, which is a real shame. Come on, guys, we're catching up. Yeah, we're catching up. We're on 28 upticks, sorry, 29. So come on, keep giving us the thumbs up. Yeah, my Super Chat isn't working. No, my Super Chat is working. So, guys, if you want, anytime want to donate some money to the channel, the Super Chat is working. Where I'll tell you, we're trying to give you more and more stuff for this season. You've seen I've tried to move up in the world a little bit with this microphone rig, which I'm not even using. I mean, that's how good my thing is. I've not even put the microphone in. What a P-lonker. Because I'm streaming off my lad's computer instead of mine because he's got a better camera than me. I don't know how much difference that makes putting that in, but I've got the microphone now and the stand and everything. I've got some more microphones for interviews with people. Next, we'll see what the next is. A new camera. I don't know, but basically, I don't make money from this channel, and if I make any little bits and pieces, it will go back into the channel. That's what the way I do it. And so I spend the money out of my own pocket to buy the equipment. I do it because I enjoy it. It's a bit of fun. It's a lot of fun with you guys, especially on the live streams. When you keep me here for an hour, when I say I'm only going to be on for 20 or 30 minutes. We're willing to pay up for Koulibaly. Yeah, Man City. Look, City, I think, will pay the money because we don't want another Harry Maguire situation. We don't want it like last season where we wanted Maguire, but we wouldn't pony up the extra money. And I think if the difference is 5 or 10 minutes, 5 or 10 million, then we will go and pay that money. Danny, thanks for that. Yeah, I mean, it's got a pop. This is a pop filter. So apparently, when you talk, especially with the P's, there can be a little pop when you talk, but the filter filters out that pop. So the pop filter takes away the pop when you speak. So yeah, it's yeah. I always try and do it as good as I can for you guys. In 1999, Sonic Boom, as a Barca fan, I'm hyped for the Garcia transfer. Hope you guys beat Real. Oh, obviously, we do too. I'm very sad to see Garcia go. Now he's coming through. When I saw him playing the International Champions Cup in the United States 2 years ago, he was awesome. I thought, wow. At 17, I already thought this is some player. Pep said as well, he's playing like he's 23, 24 years old. He's playing like an experienced player. And only 19, he's going to make mistakes. And I think we sometimes want a little bit too much from him, expect a little bit too much for him, and criticize him overly. But look, he's fantastic talent. And if he goes back to you guys, he's going to do really well. Don't know why, GSU, why you can't comment. It is everybody else seems to better clarity. Yeah. Send me an email, GSGA. If you want to ask me questions about videos and stuff, send me an email. It's unfortunate that Garcia wishes to leave. He has a very bright future, says John Ali. Absolutely. But look, he's a Barcelona boy. He grew up there. He played for Barcelona. Well, in their academy, La Masia. He's a fan of theirs, so I don't begrudge him wanting to make that move. Thanks, Olivia. I don't know what my streaming. All I'm doing is using his laptop because it's I think it's a couple of years newer than mine. I think I got mine 3 years ago. He got his about 18 months ago. So I think it's obviously got a slightly better camera. You're always on my list, Man City 125. Sean, you're autistic. Nothing wrong with that, buddy. We've all got different things about us that other people, might not understand. There's not wrong with being autistic, Sean. Everybody's different, and that's why I say when I work with kids, I say everybody's special. Everybody's special in their own way, different ways. Everybody's special, and don't ever think you're not. What do you want to say, GSJ? Well, it depends. If you're writing in capitals, it might delete it. And if you're using bad language, there are some prohibited words, and it will pick it up straight away. It'll pick it up straight away. Salam to you, Kareem Boss. Hope you're well tonight. I don't know. No work permit. Who's that for, Mark? Is that for GSGA? Never let people judge your personality. Absolutely, Chris. As I said, don't worry, 32, 30. Yes, get in there, guys. Let's knock them down. Give us that bomboclat. That's us. Bomboclat. I can say that. There's not many, we used to say all sorts. Rasclat, bloodclat, bomboclat. I can't even say it now. It's such a long. I never used to say it that much. I'll be honest. We used to say rasclat. That was the biggest one. Blue Chand, how you doing, buddy? You were third on my list. On my list of names, Man City 125. You were on my list. So a lot of people in the house today. I feel reluctant to go. I tell you what, I'll give you another 5 minutes 5 more minutes. I'll get up to 1 hour. Rasclat. I've got to be careful what I say because there's some really, really, really rude words that look at your kids. You don't even know what you don't even know what you're saying. You don't understand what you're saying at times. Blood fire. Blood fire is all right. Blood fire. Not wrong with that. That's just a mild blood fire. But when you start talking about, I can't say. I just want to say it, but it'll be really naughty. It'll get me banned. What going on, man? What go on, Breda? I forgot. I thing is, I forgot most. I knew it. 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 I knew as soon as that guy wrote this first comment, I knew what he was going to do, which is why I didn't bother reading it out. I knew he was going to. It's just so obvious. I'll just say this. So obvious. So pathetic. How pathetic do you have to be? Yeah? Anyway, everybody was on the list almost. Rosa, was it Diego Rosa? Any news when we'll be allowed back in stadiums? Not yet seen. They are talking about it. There's talking about a maximum of a quarter of the stadium full. But the problem's going to be, apparently, what I've been reading, Press Rich Blue, Colin Savage has been saying this. He's a member of the City Matters, which is a fan-based committee that works with City. They have meetings every 4 or 6, 8 weeks. And they're looking at it. The problem is going to be getting people in safely, in and out. That's the problem. How are you going to keep people socially distanced, especially after 80 minutes when loads of people want to leave? That's his joke. But how are you going to keep people socially distanced? So it's a huge operation to get people in to only have a quarter full. And then how do you decide on that quarter? If we've got 40,000 season card holders, only a quarter of them can get in. Well, we've got... I think it might be there'll be no away fans. Excuse me. And if we've got 50,000 capacity, let's say we can have 12,500 fans. I think there'll only be season card holders. If we're, let's say we get between 10 and 15,000 fans allowed. I don't know how they're going to make that decision. You might end up with out of 40,000 season card holders, 10,000 say we're not going to take the risk, and then out of 30,000, maybe half of them will be able to go. But it's going to be about quarter full. Don't know what you're trying to say, GSG. I can't. Send me an email. Well, that Man City 125, that was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I said it's gonna, it's not gonna go after that because I said, and that was my closing date was Wednesday. Ikram, what happened? Some guy posted, and we knew. Chris knows. I knew that the guy was a wrong un, was a dodgy one. Yeah. I knew he was a wrong un straight away, and he didn't let me down. Lower league clubs will allow season ticket fans in the only. Well, Chris, it's still going to. The issue's still going to be. You're going to have a maximum. Now, if you've got a big stadium and you don't have many fans anyway, then that can work in your favour. For City, the Wags will say it's not a big issue because our stadium's half empty anyway. But in all seriousness, it is if you're talking a quarter full, if you've got a 40,000 capacity stadium, you might only be able to have 10,000 in your ground. Now, if you're a big club who's falling on hard times, maybe that can work. But it's City, for instance, as I said, I can't see us having more than 10 to 15,000 in the ground, and the effort that's going to take to get people in and out safely, it's going to be enormous. Thanks a lot, Man City 125 years. Just feeling happy at the moment. City will win. Yeah, just music. That's the positivity that you like. Yassine, am I a season card holder? Absolutely. Even when we were living in France, I had a season card. But it got to a stage where I remember I was in, I think, the Colin Bell stand, and I was going at one stage about 6 games a season, and then they bumped the price up, and the tickets, I mean, it was about 600 quid, 630 quid, I think, at the time. And then put the prices up, and I just thought, I'm going to 6 or 8 games a season, you know, and because we're all coming back in school holidays. So it just wasn't worth it. And so then I moved to the South Stand. I did go in the family stand for one season. Then I went to, I didn't like that. South Stand, second tier. And then I got my son a season card, so we would sit together. And then when my other son, when it was time to get him a season card, was it two or 3 years ago, we had to move to the top tier of the South Stand because we couldn't get 3 seats together anywhere else in the ground, anywhere respectably priced. Because if we went back to Colin Bell, I've been paying, you know, 2,000 quid a year for a 3 season card, or maybe not as much as that. Maybe about 1,400 quid, 1,500 quid. It would have been too expensive. Whereas now, it's, I don't know what I'm paying. Obviously, I've got 2 kids' tickets and me on, so it's not too bad. But yes, Yassine, to answer your question, I am a season card holder. Do I think we'll win tomorrow? Says Maxim Belozerov. Where are you from, Maxim? I'll say hello in your own language if I know where you are. If you're from Russia or Ukraine, I know Ukraine's not Russia, but I will still say Privyet. Kak dila. I'm just going to guess with Belozerov, but you might not be. You might be Polish, but you still understand Russian, I suspect, or at least understand what I said. Ikram saying 2-2. City will win 3-1, says Chris Welch. My thoughts are I just want us to win. Just want us to win. Maxim is from the Ukraine. Maxim, so you will understand when I say Privyet. And I actually, if you haven't seen my video, Maxim, I did a video of meeting City football players and meeting some stars. So, Privyet, Maxim, kak dila. But if you saw it, if you haven't seen it, there's Zinchenko's there and another guy from Ukraine. I won't tell you who it is. So I want you to go and watch it. But Maxim, I did a video 2 or 3 days ago with a lot of famous people. And there's a guy from Ukraine on that video twice because I met him there. Everybody knows who I forgot his name, but everybody knows who he is. Formidables were better than, yeah, I think, look, Formidables, the thing is, City won everything available, and I don't think you can argue with that. And look, and Liverpool never got, I don't know what the question was, but I'm guessing Liverpool never won more than the Premier League. And even our Centurion season, Liverpool faded away. But City, you know, managed to keep going and get to that 100 points. So that was really, really good. I'm going to say something for Maxim. I said this to Zinchenko, I think. I can't remember, but it was about 18 months ago, so I can't remember what I said to him. But I will say to our good friend Maxim, is this right? Vita Gemmo. Welcome, Vita Gemmo. For hello, I can say Vitayu. Is that acceptable? Well, that's a bit too formal. You might say Ahov. Ahov is a bit more informal. We'll be all right. Just first goal is a big one. Yeah, Maxime, watch the video. Peter Keller, hi mate, I hope you're well. Not bothered about the result, just want to go through. But the ref, yeah, look, honestly, if it's a refereeing decision that gets us knocked out, you know, the stream, the live stream afterwards, it'll be very difficult not to lose control. It'll be very, very difficult. If you watch me on the Bolt from the Blue podcasts, if you listen to me there, they always set me up to, they have a spot called Raise Rants, and they just press my button and I go. And if the referee costs us the game, I'm going to go absolutely spare. Yassine, I might go to the Silver Guard of Honor tomorrow. Go, man. I didn't know you were local, Yassine. Obviously, I have to guess where people are. So I didn't know if you were an Algerian in Algeria. Algeria probably our third in terms of where people come from who watch the channel, obviously UK is the first, then it's the USA, and then it's Algeria. And then we got Indonesia and Kenya and Jamaica. We do have a few people in our top 10. I think Jamaica's in our top 10. Sudden red card. Yeah, Faris, look, refs can... Look, remember Nani getting a red card for almost nothing? People can get red cards for nothing. Absolutely, Man City 125. That first goal is crucial. We can't let United... we can't let anything stop us. We've got to get through. Guys, so what have I done today? It's done all right. I've done the video on Eric Garcia about him leaving. That went up about, was it 7? Half 7? I can't remember. It must have been because I was cooking at 7. So it went up around that time. That's got 150 views, which is not bad. And the press conference is approaching 400 views, which for this channel, after COVID, I think that's quite good. Last year, I was looking at some videos last year. I regularly got 1,000 on my videos last year when I only had, 400 or 500 subscribers. So, with COVID and everything, people go off and do other things. People find new hobbies. Ikram says, quite frankly, it's about time we set up in Europe. Ikram, you are bang on, Ikram. Absolutely bang on. Man City 125 says 3-1 on aggregate. Atos says 2-1. I take that out. That's what I'm saying, 2-1. I don't want to, the thing is, obviously, I'm nervous if they score first because that's hard to hold on if the other team score first, and we'll get a bit nervous. If we score first, it doesn't make a massive amount of difference because Real Madrid still need to score 2 goals. But we'll have that confidence because if they score 1 goal, we know if they score another, it's a draw and it goes to extra time. But if they score first, then if they score another, they can win. So there's all these subtle little things. So scoring first doesn't make it makes a difference, but not it's not an overwhelming difference. Edison, we need you, pal, says Ikram. 2-1 to City, says Adam. We need to be clinical for the millionth time. Jesus playing like he's get 10 chances from KDB. Will cost us. Yeah, absolutely. I've said it. We cannot afford to make mistakes. Maxime Belozerov, if we win tomorrow, who would you rather in the next round? I don't care, Maxime. I just want to get through. Honestly, that's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about the next game. Same when the FA Cup semi-final. I did not think about the final that was potentially Man United. All I want to do is beat the team that's ahead of us. If people start looking ahead, then you're asking to trip up. Olivia says 2-1. Do you know if away goals are scrapped in extra time? Honestly, don't know, Ikram. It's not fair. Originally they were talking about, City. We were thinking City could go out on away goals. This is when there was a rumor that initially it was going to be in Lisbon or a neutral venue, that City could go out on away goals, playing both games away from home. That would be disgusting. Laurie 99, how you doing? I'm supposed to be going. These guys won't let me go. Man City 125 says if they score first, we'll go into freeze mode, not knowing what to do. Absolutely. And that's why I don't want them to score first. Adam, you're right, buddy. We have to take our chances. 1 game at a time, says Atos Music. Absolutely, Breda. Do I call you Breda or Brethren? Am I getting too silly now? If my kids could hear me now, they'd be shaking their heads. My kids, my kid had Maxime. This is for Maxime. My kid has a Ukrainian maths teacher. So I was talking to him yesterday and I'm talking in Russian. It was really, really funny because the guy doesn't know that, he asked me, do you speak Russian? This is an online tutor. Asked me and I said, no, because he's wondering why we picked him. But look, the guy's a PhD in maths. He's a research. So it's good enough for me. His maths is good. His English not so, but anyway, so I said no. We speak English, Breda, so we were finishing the thing, and I said "spasibo" to him to say thank you, and he started talking to me in Russian, and he said to me afterwards, he said, "Oh, sorry, when you said spasibo, I forgot that you don't speak Russian because you started talking in Russian. I know a few words." He said, I thought, my mind went, oh, he's talking Russian. And he started talking to me in Russian. I said, stop, I don't understand you. Really silly. Ramos is a miss, Mark. I would have rather Ramos played and Gabby Jesus scored, because I don't think Real Madrid are coming back from a 3-1 deficit. We should try to score first, says Olivier. KDB with the free kick after 32 minutes. Very precise with your predictions there, Olivier. Any team you fear most straight, Faris? Look, end of the day, if we want to win it, we're going to have to beat teams. I'm not going to, you can argue that Atletico could be very difficult to beat, because obviously the way they defend and with a low block, and that could be extremely difficult for us. But to be honest, if we want to win it, then we're going to have to beat whoever is in our way. And if we want to be crowned the champions of Europe, you have to beat whoever is in your way. Like Liverpool did last season. They beat the teams that are in their way. I have better English than Russian. I was born in the US. Maxime, okay. My Russian is very, very basic. I never knew a lot. I knew how to say hello, privyat, как дела, хорошо, спасибо, до свидания, prosit. And that's not much else than that. What else do you need? You need to be able to say hello, thank you, goodbye, please. You can learn. I guess our team will not play offensively as it used to unless we concede the goal from Real Madrid. No, Laurie, if we concede a goal, they're going to play extra defensive, City, because Real Madrid have to win 2-0 to knock us out, or 3-1 to knock us out by 2 clear goals. If we want to win it, we have to play the best absolute fight. Obviously, we have to beat them eventually, but we fear them. Just play the teams that are there, and we need to get this mentality. We haven't got it yet. We had the mentality. I'll tell you when I saw us with the mentality. We had the mentality when we beat PSG. We had the mentality when we beat PSG. I really felt it. We had it. But then when we played against Real Madrid, we didn't have that mentality. We were scared of them. We were too fearful of making a mistake. But against PSG, we stepped up to the plate. Was it KDB scored the free kick or whatever? We stepped up to the plate against PSG, and we had what in between our ears. We knew what we needed to do, and we did it, guys. I think it's time to go. I really do think it's time to go. I might change this. You can see I'm on my lad's computer because it says City Fan TV. On mine it says the only Centurions. Yeah, absolutely right, Ikram. 2016, that should have been our year. Yeah, I really do think so. Yes, when we beat PSG, I thought it was our season, says Maxim. KDB goals in both legs. There you go, Ikram. You remember better than me. How do we fix the mentality of such a result? I don't know, Faris. We just have... Look, what will happen is we have to... Like Liverpool. Look at Liverpool. I'll use Liverpool as an example. When Klopp came, he'd been losing lots of finals. If I remember, Chris, if he's still here, will correct me. They lost the Carabao Cup to City, or whatever it was called then, Capital One Cup, on penalties. They lost didn't they lose the Europa League? Following season, or 2 seasons ago, they lost the Champions League. Okay? But you keep knocking on that door. You keep knocking on that door. Eventually, it will open. They beat they beat Spurs last season. The door was flung open. It flung open. Okay, and that, I think, that helped them to win the league this season, because they had belief. If they'd lost to Spurs, I honestly, they might not have won the league this season. They'd have had the bit between the teeth, but they'd have been deflated, because all they could think about is losing in the Carabao Cup, or the Football League Cup, and losing in the Europa League final, losing in the Champions League final, losing in the Champions League final. And I think that would have affected them mentally going into this season. But they knocked on the door. They got through. And that's what we've got to do. We've got to keep knocking on that door. And eventually, the door will open. Livia said, like how Pep prepares the team, we have to focus just on the next game. Absolutely. Yassine, I would love to get some sweet payback on Bayern. Oh, that would be nice. They strike first, we'll freeze. Absolutely. Man City 120, I don't want that. We lost to Madrid because of an own goal, says Maxime. Olivia, this time it will be different. We will win this game. I feel it. See, I trust music. Take it easy, brother. I thought we were very defensive and lucky in 2016. We were too defensive in 2016. What I don't like is when you play a game and then you think you end up losing and you never went for it. I understand the negativity and the pessimism, but don't you hate it when you never went for it and you lose the game anyway. And you could argue if you went for it, you'd lost. It's more risky. But I hate it when the outcome is you lose a game and you never went for it in the first place. Guys, I'm going to shoot because you guys have kept me on for a long, long time. Thank you, Yassine. Take it easy, guys. I've got so many shades. I used to wear a different shade every time. I've got a shelf over there just full of sunglasses. I used to collect them. I used to have about 30 pairs, but things break and you give some away, give my kids some. Yeah, it's just I don't collect as much as I used to. Guys, give us a thumbs up if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe. We want to get to 2,500 subscribers before the end of the month, if we can, or at least the start of next season. Give us a big thumbs up. And a big day tomorrow. We're going to do a load of stuff. Please join us tomorrow, guys. Have a very, very good evening and stay safe.